Hello, welcome. We have 11% battery here in the Pacific Northwest.
The PN Dub.
It's June 20th, the night of at 12:49 a.m.
Hell yeah.
Um, so,
Um,
um,
um, um,
eh,
uh,
uh, uh.
okay. So,
So I'm here to say that it's normal to be normal. And what I mean by that is like I switch through many different interests at like any given time. And so apparently this is an interest at the moment. So it's normal to be normal. This is normal. Um yeah.
so we were talking about it's normal to be normal. What that makes me think about is Ron DeSantis, governor of Florida, that who is running for president of the United
Mhm.
States as we talk this 2023, I think, on the year stamp there, and we're in the PN Dub. I'm Skull. This is Jay, and we did a little music for you, but we're starting a cover project. But that's not what we're talking about right now. One basketball update. I
Yeah.
don't really have anything new. I mean, the Bradley Beal Chris Paul thing. All the reports say that Chris Paul is probably not going to stay with Washington. And
He's
that
gonna retire.
no, because if you retire, like, he probably forfeit the like 40 something $1 million. But he is old. He's like 38 years old. And
Right.
so like it's like he dropped off a bit at the end of the
Okay.
season here in 2023.
Mm.
And didn't he
So what,
probably
you
had
think
his
he just
worst
has one more
season.
season and then he can retire?
Hey, as long as people are gonna pay him millions of dollars to like play
Oh.
basketball, why would he retire? Yeah, he
You
dropped
think
off
that's a culture of like retiring because other people want you to retire?
because other people want you to. Because you are no longer somehow. So there's a lot of like statistical production going all the way back hundreds of years, like baseball in America, where they're like you bat this percentage or you pitch this
Mhm.
percentage.
So if you
So you're
decline,
worth X amount of
you might
money.
be the last person on the team to like, be kicked out essentially.
Yeah. And so sometimes it's because you're young and it's like, hey, kid, you just don't got it for the majors. And then
No matches.
sometimes it's like, hey, you had a great career, you made tens of millions of dollars, and you're like 30 something and you can't compete with these young men
Mhm.
athletically anymore.
Mhm.
And that's sports.
Look, dude, you blew your knee out 3 times in the
Right,
past 5 years.
right. It's over. Sorry that you're 31 and your career's over.
Yeah.
Okay, you've made generational wealth
Uh-huh.
for most of these guys, even the ones
Right.
at the low end of pro basketball make, made hundreds of thousands, you know, into the single digit millions. Even like
Mhm.
if you had like a long career,
Mhm.
that's like more money than we ever talk about,
Yes.
you know.
Yes.
And so should we
I can't
manifest more?
fathom. I can't
Like
fathom
we talk
what that
about
would look
Jose
like.
Alvarado. Let's say
Mhm.
Jose Alvarado didn't make it and was just like, hey, you had a good little run, you got some 10-day contracts and good job for like a 5'10" guy who's just like kind of tenacious and and works really hard. You still made like a few $100,000.
Yeah.
Now he kind of made it and
Okay.
is making like multiple millions
Mhm.
now. But
Mhm.
like there's a lot of like young men
Mhm.
who get
So
to
it's
like,
enough to like get people like jump started on some financial shit
yeah,
if they like practice those skills.
what would we do if we got a career into our early, if you had a professional athlete career, into your early 20s,
Right.
and there's like, hey, it just didn't work out. Yeah, maybe you just had one catastrophic injury
Right.
on a joint,
Right.
but maybe you made $500,000
Right.
over a couple years,
Right. Yeah.
And so it's like,
Have I made that so far in my adult life? No.
it's crazy the way that the separation between the rich and the poor. I mean, that's the great one of the mega flaws of capitalism. It's a problem in Marca. It's a problem in Marca in 2023. It feels like as much as my lifetime.
Right.
Mitch is
Right.
snacking it up, hummus and veg.
Snacking. Yes.
Uh, did we say what time? Do you remember what
I
time we
did the
started this?
time
You don't remember what time?
12:41. I don't know.
Okay.
Oh fuck.
Okay. So we're
Okay.
snacking. It's time to call it a pause. We can come back and talk about different privileges and
Mm,
what were we talking about in the kitchen? You were making a strong point.
I don't remember.
Okay. Okay.
But we were
Well,
on the podcast.
I just hit the space bar. Does that do something? What if I hit this end?